This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
Hello and welcome to the late night news on NDTV Hindu. I'm Ramanathan. The top stories you're following tonight. Visiting Lankan President Rajapaksa meets Tamil Nadu MPs in Delhi, promises devolution of power and quick resettlement of displaced Tamils in Sri Lanka. A petition is filed in the Madras High Court to arrest Douglas Devananda, member of Rajapaksa's delegation, for a shootout in Chennai 24 years ago. DMK and AIDMK workers clash in Vellore. One group highlights civic problems and the other taunting them by distributing biryani. AIDMK workers queue up at the party headquarters with their petitions to Amma. The government gets tougher. Be prepared to shell out 200 rupees if you're caught smoking or spitting in public places. And it's not just the legal system, even political parties let this man responsible for the death of 20,000 people in Bhopal fly out of the country on a petty charge. But speaking to a group of Congress and DMK MPs, the Sri Lankan president has agreed to settle the displaced Sri Lankan Tamil refugees in a short span of time and also assured the implementation of the amendments for the devolution of powers to the Tamil population. The president also agreed there was a delay in the resettlement due to the elections in Sri Lanka. The delegation which met the president has now come out and said that they had a fruitful meeting.
For discussion with His Excellency pertaining to the rehabilitation and resettlement of the IDPs, and that too we have requested him to see that all the IDPs are moved away from the places of camps, and also they should be settled at the destination where they have lived prior to the war. And His Excellency has agreed that the delay has occurred, but at the same time, they will quick enough to see that all the people are settled as early as possible. And also, the problem because of the presidential election, Prime Minister's election, the delay has occurred. 54,000 people are staying out, but they will also be settled very quickly.
Now, while T.R. Balu says the visit was fruitful, inside sources of the party say the delegates are not too happy with the meeting. NDTV senior correspondent Vaidyanathan has been following Rajapaksa's visit closely and tells us how these promises have been made earlier and now these discussions are down to political games, with the meeting hardly fruitful, contrary to T.R. Balu's claims.
I understand the insiders told me that they are not very happy with the meeting. So though Mr. Balu says the meeting was fruitful, but it seems that not so fruitful, because last time also when the team visited, Mr. Balu led the team, and when they told the president saying that around 3 lakh people were there in the camps, they said before the monsoon being set in, they should be sent to this original place, but that was not done. Now a year has passed, still around 50,000 or 60,000 people are living in the camps. So now Mr. Rajapaksa says that there is a delay because of the elections were being held. That's why it's delay. Even now he hasn't given any time limit. But sources say Rajapaksa has told the delegation by December all the other rest of the people who are living in the camps would be sent to their place where they exactly lived. So December is almost 2 years. So quite long time. But another interesting point is the 13th amendment which has been approved by the parliament, Sri Lankan parliament. They say it will be implemented. That's one of the interesting points, because this 13th amendment, just like Panchayat Raj in India, gives powers to the local bodies and local districts. So it will help in particular this Tamil minority dominated areas who can have their own representations in the elected body. Rajapaksa assured the delegation that would.
And what could be a huge embarrassment to the visiting Lankan president, a PIL has been filed in the Madras High Court seeking a direction to arrest Douglas Devananda, Sri Lankan Minister for Traditional Industry and Small Entrepreneur Development, who is also a part of the delegation visiting India today. Earlier in the 1980s, he was part of the Elam People's Revolutionary Liberation Front during the initial stages of the ethnic war in Lanka. Now, the petitioner claims that Devananda is an absconding accused and cases of murder and child abduction are pending against Devananda in Chennai. However, the petition is yet to be numbered and Devananda would have left the country by the time this is admitted and notice is issued. However, according to the extradition treaty between Sri Lanka and India, he could be brought back to the country. Now, what do you do when your party is on a low, facing frequent desertions? Well, you should ask Ms. Jayalalitha. In an attempt to hold her party together, Jayalalitha today spent over an hour with them at her party's headquarters in Chennai, listening to their complaints patiently. Peer Mohammed reports.
After Jayalalitha's AIADMK party saw a wave of desertions in recent months, the former Chief Minister is reaching out to her supporters. Their support is crucial for her, because in less than a year from now, the state is due to choose a new Chief Minister.
என்னை பொறுத்தவரை 1.5 கோடி உறுப்பினர்கள் உள்ள இந்த இயக்கத்திற்கு பொதுச் செயலாளர் என்ற முறையில் ஒரு உறுப்பினரை கூட நான் இழக்க விரும்ப மாட்டேன்.
Supporters came from far-off places such as Tirunelveli, Rajapalayam and Andipatti to meet their leader they fondly call Amma. Many of them sought financial assistance and many others wanted her intervention to sort out disputes within the party.
குழந்தைக்கு நடக்க முடியாது குழந்தையோட உதவிக்காக நான் இங்க வந்திருக்கேன் வந்த இடத்துல எனக்கு அம்மாவை பார்க்க முடியல இப்போ நான் அம்மாவை பார்க்கணும் எனக்கு பார்த்து இந்த குழந்தைக்கு ஒரு உதவி கேட்கறதுக்காண்டி வந்த இடத்துல அம்மாவை என்னால பார்க்க முடியாம ஆயி போச்சு.
At the interaction, the crowd was large and the excitement was high. Looks like Jayalalitha's security men need to take fresh lessons in crowd management. In Chennai with Peer Mohammed, Jay Santosh for NDTV Hindu.
Meanwhile, AIADMK and the DMK workers came to blows in Vellore today. Now, what's new about that, you might ask? Well, AIADMK workers demonstrated with plastic pots against what they call the inefficiency of the Vellore Corporation. And DMK men ridiculed the protest by distributing biryani and playing loud music as part of the extended birthday celebrations of their leader. But that led to free-for-all. The consumer is the king. Is that a slogan or a joke? Tucked away in the fine print of warranty cards are disclaimers that often, in effect, translate into this: you bought it, now it's your headache. A consumer reporter Bertilla checks out how after-sales service plays out.
Jayalakshmi purchased a brand new air conditioner from a leading manufacturer last August. She says in less than 6 months, the machine's display did not work. And worse than that, she had to wait for a long time to get it fixed by the company under the 1-year warranty for the product.
Very honestly, Samsung, came highly recommended with a great reputation for, and one of their advertisements even says we provide the best service, we provide pakka service and all that. Now I know that is all, it is definitely not true because that's not what has happened in our case. Yeah, we feel really let down and very upset.
Often these warranties and the promise of prompt servicing are only offered to attract the buyer. But consumer activists say it is the responsibility of the manufacturer to fix faults, and it's a consumer's right to demand quick solutions.
Consumers, when the product is within the warranty period, they always have the option of approaching the consumer forum. That is another type of complaint where the product will be beyond the warranty period and they would not have entered into an annual maintenance contract. The company should own responsibility, should take back the product.
India, despite being one of the fastest growing markets in the world, has been found to be trailing far behind developed countries when it comes to consumer rights and awareness. In Chennai with reporter Bertilla, Kuku Alex for NDTV Hindu.
Alright, up next, if you smoke in public, keep a little extra money in your wallet. Want to know why? Stay tuned. We'll be right back.